Welcome to In the Garden with Margie. And today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about preparing the soil for the garden. As you'll see, we've completely prepared all the soil, and that's what today is all about. We're getting close to planting some of the more cold hardy plants, but the first step is to prepare the soil. As I'd mentioned in the video on wintering the garden in the fall, we'd treated the soil with a new batch of steer manure. I also talked about the importance of checking your pH level of the soil. The first thing we did was get new steer manure. For each row, which measures an average of 45 square feet, we added 5 1 cubic foot bags. The mix we're using this year is part steer manure and part mulch, with the idea to keep the soil open and soft. Our soil tends to be really clay. My husband first turned the soil over, then added the manure and turned it over again, and then made sure to break up any chunks. This is where a rototiller can come in handy, but he prefers to do it by hand. Of course, he's retired and has all the time and likes the exercise. We had one section that was particularly hard packed, so we decided to include a treatment that included peat moss and gypsum to make it lighter. He literally dug out the section about 8 to 12 inches deep, then added the mushroom mix, added back some of the previously turned soil, and then added the manure mix, turning it over each time. It's then evened out and ready to go. You can see the difference between the old soil and the new. All the raised beds are now ready. The next step will be to add the walkways using cardboard and hay, similar to last year. This prevents having to walk in mud during the summer when tending or harvesting the produce. It cuts down on weeds too. In my next video, I'll show you how we do that so that your garden looks like this. Meanwhile, feel free to watch other videos, and if you have your own suggestions, questions, or requests for topics related to growing a garden, let me know. Thank you for watching this episode of In the Garden with Margie.